Ash, back at it with another one. Look where we at, baby. We out in nature. This number one thing that I've gotten has made me closest to my higher self than I have ever been. It's made me 10x my results in business, 10x my results in girls, this and that. And it is literally having someone to hold you accountable. As a young man, you need someone like yourself to hold you accountable. Like true accountability. Like day in and day out, you can call this person and they will call you back. They will text you back. Even just something little like, yeah, keep it up. Daily accountability is something you need as a young man, especially how much distractions there are in this world right now. You need accountability, especially if you're watching, videos like this, or, you have big dreams and aspirations. You need someone to hold you accountable. That is the one thing that I have not gotten since I moved to Arizona, is really someone to like truly hold me accountable and truly hold me to the standards that I'm trying to hold myself to. So you need to find someone to hold you accountable. First step is to get into like-minded groups. Online courses, groups. Get in there and start typing. Get in there and start networking. Hey, I live in this area. Is there anyone that lives in this area? Do that a couple times. If you're into sales, get into sales. If you're into real estate, get into real estate groups. On Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, start networking a bunch. Start networking, especially if you're a young man. You're gonna need someone like yourself. Especially, if you're driven and you're purposeful, you have like a big mission that you need to achieve. Most people nowadays are not doing that. So it's hard to find someone else to hold you accountable if they don't even have any dreams or they don't even know where they're going themselves. So getting into those online groups, if most people in those online groups are gonna hold themselves up to a high standard like you're trying to do for yourself. So get in those groups, network, and start trying to find people that live near you. And then eventually, go meet up at a coffee spot or something like that. See if you guys kind of click, see if you guys, have the same type of aspirations or anything like that. Or if not, just be like, hey, I'm looking for someone to hold me accountable. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Let's actually promise it to each other. Let's do this. And yeah, slowly build that friendship up, Also, God, higher power, it works. He works in wonders, man. So truly, if you truly do want this life, you have to show that you're putting in effort, you're putting in that action. For the longest time, I would be joining these courses and I would be joining these groups, but I would never actually, say anything. I would never try and network. Hey, I'm in this area. Hey, I'm in this area. Or I would maybe once or twice, and that's it. And I wouldn't get any response, and I'd say, okay, none. But until I actually truly tried, I was only trying 20%. Even when I stepped up to that 50, 60% of, messaging every day, hey, anyone in the Phoenix area, anyone this, and going into Instagram and doing that, going into Facebook, going into Twitter, going into the courses, I finally found a couple people to hold me accountable. I've went out and gone to a couple different business meetings, and I met a couple people that way. They hold me accountable. Plus, you can get a bunch of different people. Hey, you hold me accountable to this thing that I'm doing here, and then you hold me accountable to this. You're gonna need as many people as you can to truly hold you accountable, and then start hanging out with them as much as you can, or talking to them as much as you can. You need to ditch your old friends. If they're not serving your purpose, if they're not serving you, if they're actually bringing you down, then you're gonna have to leave. You're gonna have to. Maybe you could eventually come back to them and, but they're truly holding you back, especially if you have daily thoughts every day, day in and day out of just wanting to do bigger, wanting to do more. Man, if you stay with your old friends, they're gonna hold you back. Your thoughts are just gonna keep coming back. Man, I know I could be doing more. Man, I know I need better friends. Every time I hang out with this friend, I go out and I drink and I smoke, and I know I want to stop doing that. For the longest time, it would be fun. I would go out to bars, I would go out and this with these friends, and it would be a fun time. But every single time I was there, I would think, man, I know I could be doing a lot more. I know I should be back home studying. I know I should be doing this instead of this. So then once you realize that, you gotta find those like-minded individuals, man. So now whenever I hang out with certain people now that I should be hanging out with, now it's like, I still have that fun time, we could still make jokes, discuss doing that. but also I learned stuff throughout the way. You know, I learned a lot more, especially people who are, you know, higher than you. You know, you still got to try and bring something to the table for them, but definitely find someone to hold you accountable. Trust me. Man, it is skyrocketed my results in everything. You know, especially someone who's doing the same exact thing as me, someone who's definitely on a higher level, you know, just holding you accountable. And then hold your other buddies that are below you accountable as well. Not below, yeah, below you. Not to be a jerk, but, you know, definitely, you know, return the favor. You know, there's a lot of things that I've learned from a bunch of different people within the last couple months, and I've been trying to replicate that and put it back out onto YouTube videos, or even a lot of my younger friends or old buddies who are kind of going down the wrong path, you know, I try and help them. And who knows, you know, maybe just showing them or leading by example and telling them, hey, don't do this, do this. And eventually, you know, you can get that snowball rolling for them, and then you could have another person to hold each other accountable, you know? Especially if it's hard for you to meet friends and go out and, you know, do all that stuff. You gotta start somewhere though, man. You really do. You really have to start somewhere. So find someone to hold you accountable. Please get into some groups, you know, YouTube groups, whatever you want to do in life, do it, but give it your all. So hey man, I love y'all. I'm watching from afar. Comment, like down below. Say what's up. I love y'all. Ash out. Mwah.